Logan Wildcats. Joe Hatcher pulls it down in the gold-clad uniforms and has this basketball game underway. They'll travel right to left here in the first half. Hatcher with it out on top, sends the pass down in the corner near side. They get it to Brian Lane, back out on top to Hatcher. Hatcher works with it, gets it over to C.B. Green. Got that gold headband working today. Back out on top. Joe Hatcher with the ball, sends the pass inside. They get it to Williamson, back out. Jumper for three by Brian Lane. First blood for the Logan Wildcats. They lead it 3-0. Quickly into the front court come the Westside Renegades. Matt Lester will operate the point. Gets it over the far side to Blankenship, back out on top to Lester. Man-to-man right now by the Logan Wildcats. 7:18 remaining. Opening period. Wildcats lead the Renegades by 3-0. Entry pass into Robert. Repass. Jumper won't go. Misses the rebound. Comes off into the hands of Brian Lane of Logan. He brings it into the front court and leaves it back out on top for Joe Hatcher. So C.B. Green with the gold headband, Joe Hatcher with the white headband. Let it be stated, there are no headbands for Westside. Entry pass goes in to Jeff Williamson, baseline on the right side. Back out on top, they'll work it to Hatcher. Hatcher just to the left of the top of the circle, comes near side. Brian Lane had the open look, decided not to take it, kicks it back out on top to Hatcher. Hatcher at the left elbow, kicks it back to Green. Lou Green travels there. So 6:36 remaining in our opening quarter. Both teams are, as we might have expected, just a little tight. Matt Lester, Sean Clark will operate in the backcourt for the most part for the Renegades. Lester has it now, brings it into the front court, right side pass. They get it to Blankenship. They'll come back out. Brooks Fulrich for the jumper off the mark. Rebound tipped up once by Repass. Won't go. Coming out of the river now, Joe Hatcher of Logan. He brings it quickly into the front court. Hatcher taking it through the lane. Puts the shot up with the left hand. Will go. Rebound cleared by Westside's Matt Lester. And quickly we're on the run. It's going to be up and down the floor for both squads. Lester for three. We got a tie ball game. Tied at 3. It's the first tie of the game. I have a feeling we may see a few more of those this afternoon. Hatcher works it left side, gets to Brian Lane, jumping from 16 off the back of the rim, won't go. Rebound fought for, pulling it down on the corner of the far side. The Renegades Brooks Fulrich. Fulrich gives it up to Lester. Lester on down the floor to Chris Blankenship. Back it comes to Lester. They're working around the perimeter, get it to Sean Clark on the left side, back out on top. They get the basketball back into the hands of Matt Lester. 5:35 remaining opening quarter. We're tied at 3. Class AA state championship game. Robert Repass comes out to the free throw line. Hits the turnaround jumper to fall. And our first lead change in the game. 5-3 with 5:23 left in quarter number 1.
That's what makes Repass so difficult to defend, because he can move from the block to the free throw line and sink that jumper.
Joe Hatcher sends the pass near side. Brian Lane jumps for 3, won't go. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Brooks Fulrich at Westside.
Neither club has an offensive rebound in the first 3 minutes of this game.
Matt Lester with it into the front court to Fulrich to the right of the top of the circle, moves it back to Lester. 5'11" senior point guard, quarterback of the ball club. Whips the pass over to Blankenship. He has it knocked loose, but it's lost out of bounds. Thus touching Brian Lane of Logan. Wildcats are 21-6. Renegades are 23-2. And it'll be Westside basketball. Chris Blankenship averages 15 points a game. 6-foot sophomore for Jimmy Hopkins' club. Matt Lester has the inbounds pass. Works with it out on top. Picked up by Hatcher. They'll send it over to Brooks Fulrich. He'll fire the 3 ball. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Lost it as he went through the lane. Basketball knocked out of bounds. Last touching Fulrich should have belonged to Logan.
Not unusual to see hesitancy in each offense at the start of the game, because both clubs are really trying to get a feel for what the other team is doing defensively.
4:36 remaining in our first period. 5-3 the score. The Renegades of Westside High are on top of the Logan Wildcats. Down in the corner, C.B. Green tries to drive, has the basketball stabbed loose, but a reach-in foul is going to be called on Westside. His personal foul of the ball game whistled on Robert Repass. Not a shooting situation, happened on the drive. It'll belong to the Wildcats beneath their own basket. Looking to bring it in to C.B. Green, brings it out on top to Joe Hatcher. Back in the corner to Green, fires the 3 ball. Good. C.B. Green hit his first shot of the game. It is 6-5, lead change number 2. Wildcats back on top. Basketball stabbed loose, stolen away by Williamson. He gets it to Hatcher, up the floor to Green. He scores again. CB Green running the floor extremely well that time for his Logan Wildcats. Logan's lead is now 3 at 8-5 with 3:55 left, first quarter. Working near the midcourt stripe. They get the pass over. Chris Blankenship. Blankenship looks and finds Sean Clark. Corner, left side. Jumper off the mark. Rebound. Safe and going out of bounds by Brooks Spolarich. He'll get it back to Lester on the right wing. They go cross court. Sean Clark stops the three again. Good. Tied at 8. That's our second tie of the ball game. The other way, CB Green is doing Speedy Bevins what he's done all tournament long, run the floor well.
Anytime Westside will jump out in the press, Logan will look to CB Green at midcourt to break it with that dribble penetration and finish.
3:19 remaining in our first period. Logan has the 2-point lead, 10-8. Entry pass, they get it in the lane. Turnaround jumper for Blankenship, partially blocked. Deflected out of the air, back into the hands of Lou Green, who's been very quiet so far for Logan in this first quarter. Right side, jumper, CB Green. He's not quiet. Holy smoke, the kid's got 10 already. Yeah, he's got 3 games in him. Wow, outside jumper for Blankenship. It's good for 3. Blankenship gets his first points of the game this afternoon. 13-11. Logan on top by 2. CB Green takes it underneath, kicks the pass back to Lou Green. He drives in. Jumper off glass is overruled. You'll call a charge on Green. That'll give us a timeout of the ball game. 2:43, breaking the action from Charleston. Time for this message from United Bank, West Virginia's bank.
Golf has Tiger Woods. NASCAR has Kurt Busch. For computers, it's Bill Gates. And in the movies, it's Steven Spielberg. Who stands out in the world of free checking? United Bank.
Live from Charleston, this is Metro News. For 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
2 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in this Class AA title game. Westside and Logan. This is just going to be a plain old-fashioned heavyweight fight. 2 champions just slugging it out and see who's standing at the end of 4 quarters. Sean Clark has it for his Westside High team, trying to win their first state championship as Westside High. They won a couple for Oceana back about 11 years ago. But they're trying to win one as Westside High. The consolidation of Oceana and Baileysville. Logan trying to win their first Class AA state championship. It would be their 5th title overall, 6th title overall. Down low inside, Blankenship is going to be tied up, all from the possession. The arrow is pointing the direction of Logan, or Westside rather, Westside. All the other state championships the Wildcats have are the AAA variety. First time they played in a state championship game as a AA ball club. With it, Blankenship over the right side. Sends the entry pass in to Spolarich. He's going to be hammered and fouled. He still gets the shot to fall. And the bad news for Logan, Lou Green just picked up number 2.
What an incredible wraparound entry pass to the block area by Spolarich. And this is just being scripted out. The way Mark Hatcher has seen the first 2 games for Lou Green. In 72 minutes of basketball coming into today's game, Lou has played only 35 of those 72 minutes in the state tournament.
And he's on the bench, not playing now. Craig Markham will be inserted into that lineup to replace Green, who sets with 2 personal fouls. Spolarich completes the conventional 3-point play, and it's 14-13 Westside, lead change number 3. Coming into the front court, Joe Hatcher for the Logan Wildcats. Inside 2 minutes remaining, quarter number 1. Brian Lane with it, left side, top of the circle to Hatcher. Hatcher at the right elbow, kicks it over to CB Green. He drives, takes the short jumper, won't go. Rebound cleared by Spolarich of Westside. He gives it up to Matt Lester, and Lester has the jump pass up the floor to Blankenship. Jumper for 3 is good. Well, you said Jimmy Hopkins needed that outside shooting from Chris Blankenship. He's getting it, Speedy.
In the state tournament, Blankenship now 5 of 9 shooting the 3-point ball.
1:37 remaining in quarter number 1. Joe Hatcher gets loose through the lane. Short jumpers up over the rim and good. 17-15. The lead is 2 for Westside. Robert repass. He'll fire the 3 ball. It's no good. Rebound cleared by the Wildcats. Jeff Williamson. Outlet pass comes up the floor. Brian Lane tries to knife through 2 defenders. Gets the shot off. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Tries to take it up. And Sean Clark is going to pick up the personal foul. That'll be number 1 on Clark. Again, our best wishes go out to assistant coach for the Westside Renegades, Tom Brooks, who is a familiar face on that bench right now, is a little under the weather in the hospital here locally in Charleston, and I know listening in, so Tom ought to get well quick. Renegades are playing hard, and I think they've kind of dedicated this tournament to assistant coach Tom Brooks. He's one of the good guys in high school sports. Brian Lane at the line. He makes the first of two, and he makes another one. So he has 5 in the game. And guess what? We're tied again. This is the 3rd tie of the ball game. 3 lead changes, 3 ties. Again, 2 heavyweights slugging it out. We've got 1:25 left in the first quarter, and we haven't established anything yet. Robert repass through the lane. Bounce pass went right through the wicket of Brooks Coleridge. That's a pretty nice pass.
It was. Westside has done an excellent job of keeping their turnovers in check. Only 8 turnovers against Bluefield last night. How many times has that happened when you played the Beavers this year?
1:17 remaining in this first period, and here come the Wildcats looking to tie. Corey Williams inserted into that point guard position. Entry pass goes in to Jeff Williamson. He scores, and he's fouled. Well, that was a nice pass inside by the junior Williams. And Williamson gets his first 2 points of the ball game. Personal foul whistled on Brooks Coleridge. That'll be his first. 19-17 Logan, lead change number 4. Derek Stewart inserted into that lineup for Westside. Chris Robertson in the Logan lineup. And Williamson misses the free throw. Rebound cleared by Justin Sizemore of Westside. Into the front court comes Matt Lester. Lester with it, top of the circle. Between the rings, yo-yos the basketball. Now picks up the dribble, gets the pass to Sizemore on the left side. They go inside the jump circle. Robert repass, turnaround jumper won't go. Rebound, tipped out long, right into the hands of Matt Lester. Lester, crossover dribble through the lane. Leaves the pass behind him. Intended the pass for Derek Stewart, just out of his reach a little bit. It goes out of bounds. Some unforced errors right now by Westside. That is their 4th turnover of the ball game. Westside 6 of 13 from the floor. Logan now 7 of 12. Wildcats have turned the ball over twice. 38 seconds remaining in this first period. Logan leading Westside 19-17. Corey Williams works with it just between the circles. Yo-yos the basketball. No pressure now. Justin Sizemore comes out to apply a light pressure. They'll get it over on the left side to Robertson. Back to Williams. Over on the right side, he has Ryan Hott, who gets the ball now. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Back it comes to Williams. Williams operating with the basketball. Right side, the ball goes to Williamson. Back it comes to Williams. Williams taking it down to the right side of the lane. Just had the ball taken away from him. Stolen right back, though, by Logan. Stolen right back by Westside. No one will get a shot at the basket. Robert repass through it the length of the floor, but not really a shot. Just like a great coach, the State Farm agent can help. That's lead Westside, and the Wildcats have the basketball to start the second 8 minutes of action. Class AA state championship game. Looking for a brand new Class AA state champion, Logan, in double overtime. Defeated Winfield yesterday, 67-64. So a new AA champion will be crowned. Down through the lane, jumper is good. Nice play for the Logan Wildcats. Chris Robertson, his first 2 of the game. 21-17. Wildcats on top. Into the front court. Matt Lester with the basketball for Westside. Picked up by Corey Williams. They'll get the pass over the right side. We got a foul called on the Logan Wildcats down inside. This is going to be called on Craig Markham. Markham on the hole down inside. That'll be his first. Team foul number 3. Team fouls are even at 3 apiece. You're just joining us. Wheeling Central Catholic won the single A title earlier today, 71-66 over Charleston Catholic. 4th straight state title. Outside jumper is off the mark for Westside's Chris Blankenship. Rebound lost out of bounds. Last touching Logan.
That was just great hustle by Justin Sizemore, sailing out of bounds and deflecting that ball off a Logan player. Tremendous effort.
Matt Lester will be the inbounder. Brings it in to Robert repass. They'll move it back to Blankenship. Get it around the horn to Sizemore. Back to repass. Repass picks up the dribble on the left wing. Down in the corner. Lester takes the jumper off the mark. Rebound. Blankenship chases it down for Westside in the corner. They'll move it back out on top, and Matt Lester will reset the offense for his Renegades. They trail by 4, 21-17, 6:55 left in the first half. Right side pass. Outside jumper for Derek Stewart is off the mark, and the rebound cleared by Logan. Here come the Wildcats. Chris Robertson quickly into the front court, through the lane, driving, shooting. Got the floater to go in for it. 23-17. Biggest lead of the ball game for either team is now 6 points for the Wildcats. 6.5 left in quarter number 2. The basketball, Matt Lester, 5'11 senior. Takes it over the left side. Justin Sizemore. Sizemore gets it into repass. Repass. Backing in against the defense. Nice move by the big kid. That's his 4th point. 23-19. Stopped a 6-0 run by the Wildcats. Robertson moves it back out on top to Corey Williams. Williams right back to Robertson. Seemingly right now, everything Mark Hatcher is doing, Speedy, is working, because you would not think he would take C.B. Green out, who had 10 points, but he did. He brought Chris Robertson in, and he's playing well along with Corey Williams. Robertson's outside jumper won't go this time, but the Wildcats, Ryan Hutt had the rebound. It was kicked out of bounds last touching Westside.
You're right, Fred. With both Lou and CB on the green, you really think the advantage would not be in the Wildcats' corner, but Robertson, who played well on Thursday, did not have that type of performance yesterday, has regained that form he had against Weir.
Jimmy Hopkins on the other side trying to find that formula that's going to mesh well together here this afternoon. Working with it is Hott, driving through the lane. Jumper won't go. Rebound, ripped down. The Robert repass. Repass. Boy, what a state tournament this young man has had. Into the front court, Lester. Right back to repass. He travels with it. So Robert repass. Wanted to make that quick move. Drug the pivot foot. I don't mean this in a bad way, but if you're going to choose up players, say on the playground, and Robert repass is there, he's probably not going to be the first kid to take if you didn't know anything about him. But boy, you'd be missing a great player if you didn't get that kid on your team. He is a basketball player with a football player's body. He's a wide body that can play this game. Driving the baseline, left side. Count the 2 for Craig Markham for the Logan Wildcats. 25-19. 6-point lead for Logan. Westside with the ball. Working with it over the left side. Sizemore will get it into the paint to Darrell Toller. Back out on top to Matt Lester. Lester near the midcourt stripe. Sends the pass to Sizemore. Justin Sizemore, 6-foot junior. Top of the circle again to Darrell Toller. Over the right side to Matt Lester again. Trying to get it to repass. Instead outside. Jumper's good for 3 by Darrell Toller. Squared up nice to the basket. Makes it a 3-point ball game. 25-22. Logan on top, 4:50 left in quarter number 2. Joe Hatcher back in there for the Logan Wildcats. Gets it to Robertson. He tried to go through the lane. Basketball stabbed loose, and coming out of there with it. We're going to have a held ball. It'll belong to Westside, but Robert repass went down, and you weren't going to take that ball away from that young man. I'm not sure the ball's in good shape right now.
Tremendous shooting from the three-point line continues for Westside. They came into today's game right at 40% for the tournament. They've probably stepped that up to near 50% shooting from behind the stripe so far.
Steve Gandy, one of the officials in this ball game, having some maintenance work done on the floor right now. Robertson has a cut on his knee. Chris Robertson from Logan. And he's seated on the bench over on the far side now. So Steve Gandy, one of the officials in this game, getting everything cleaned up by the sports medicine folks from CAMC that are here. It's the cleanest that floor's been in a long time. That guy's still rubbing on that spot. All right, I think we're ready to go. It will be Westside basketball after the tie-up and the possession arrow pointing the direction of the Renegades. Robert repass the inbounder. He brings it in. Gets it to Matt Lester. Lester against the pressure of Joe Hatcher of Logan. Gets it into the front court. Lester controlling the basketball. Picks up the dribble now. Looks for help and finds it in Justin Sizemore. Sizemore. He's going to be picked up very closely by Brian Lane. Driving down through the lane. Basketball went out of bounds. Last touching the Wildcats. 4:27 remaining. Second quarter. It's a 3-point ball game. 25-22. Logan, Westside. Wildcats on top. Entry pass comes in to Chris Blankenship. Blankenship, top of the circle. They're working to Justin Sizemore. Sizemore leaves it back out on top for Matt Lester, who will reset the offense. And now Logan back in that matchup zone. They match you up right when they get to in your area, but they don't chase you a whole lot. C.B. Green is back in the lineup as well for Logan Wildcats. Matt Lester with it near the midcourt stripe. Picks up the dribble. Goes left side to Justin Sizemore. Sizemore back out on top to Robert repass. Over in the right wing. They'll get the ball to Lester. Entry pass. They tried to force it inside. The Blankenship stolen away by the Logan Wildcats. Stolen right back by Westside because CB Green fell out of bounds with the loose basketball. We got a break in the action here in Charleston. Exclusive Metro News coverage of the 2005 State Championship Tournament being brought to you in part by Potomac State College of West Virginia.
From the state capitol, this is Metro News. For 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
3:54 remaining in our first half of action. 25-22 Class AA Championship at stake here at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. Fred Persinger alongside Larry Speedy Bevins, Chris Moran at the controls right now. Entry pass for the Westside Renegades come in to Robert Repass. They'll move it back out on top to Matt Lester. Lester closely guarded, very closely guarded by Joe Hatcher. They get it over to Blankenship. Blankenship almost lost the ball, picks it up, gets it back to Sean Clark on the right side. Clark leaves it out on top for Matt Lester. And Lester resets the offense for the Renegades. They'll get it over to Blankenship, the sophomore. Back out on top. Gerald Toller travels. So on the traveling, you'll turn it right back to Logan. Turnover number 4 against Logan. And so far in the basketball game, the Renegades have turned it over 6 times. Shooting stats, Westside 8 of 18, Logan 10 of 17.
And these clubs have combined 7 of 16 three-point shooting in this half.
Looking with the basketball, the Logan Wildcats. CB Green back out on top to Joe Hatcher. Hatcher on the dribble, stops top of the circle, sends the pass on the left side. Leaves it to the hands of Markham. Back out on top to Hatcher in the corner. Right side. Green for 3. Won't go. Rebound belongs to Westside's Robert Repass. He gives it up to Matt Lester, and Lester will get it into the front court. Whips the ball up the floor to Chris Blankenship over the left wing. Back out on top to Lester. Inside 3 minutes remaining in our second period. It's a 3-point ball game, and we've been at 25-22 for a while. Entry pass comes in. You're going to have a reach-in foul called on the Wildcats as the Westside Renegades got the ball in the hands of Chris Blankenship.
Logan rotating that defense from a zone to a man, and against the man, Westside wanting to pound it inside. The Renegades, a club that likes to score in the paint. They've only had 2 inside baskets so far in the half.
Joe Hatcher picks up his first personal foul. It's Westside basketball. Blankenship, top of the circle. Outside jumper is off the back of the iron. No good for Brooks Spolarich, and the rebound is out of bounds. It'll belong to the Logan Wildcats. Jimmy Hopkins standing with a smile on his face over on the far side. And Mark Hatcher kneeling down, now standing up, yelling instructions to his Wildcats as they bring it into the front court. 2:30 remaining in our first half. Still that 3-point, 25-22 Logan Wildcat lead over Westside. Class AA championship game. Driving baseline, near side. CB Green gets it in. Jumpers left short by Jeff Williamson. No rebound chased down in the corner by the Wildcats. Brian Lane. His runner from the sideline won't go. And the rebound cleared by Westside. Pulling it down very authoritatively was Chris Blankenship. Into the front court, Matt Lester lines up in the left wing. Hooks the pass in to Repass. He'll take it in. We got a pushing foul, though, called before the shot was taken. Personal foul's going to be whistled on. The Logan Wildcats will go against Markham. That's the second on Craig Markham. 15 foul against the Logan Wildcats. 3 team fouls have been called against the Westside. Corner jumper off the mark. No good with Sean Clark for Westside. And then on the rebound, it was pulled down by Westside. And a foul's been called.
Mark Hatcher wanted to get Craig Markham out of the game with 2 fouls before the half ended. He had Ryan Hott at the scorer's table, but Markham is going to pick up his 3rd on that reach-in before he could leave the court.
It's his 3rd personal. Luke Green has been on the bench for Logan ever since early in the first period. So Markham now has to sit down with 3 personal fouls. Free throw line to the right. Shot was no good. The basket was counted for Westside to make it 25-24. Spolarich is the young man that got the 2-pointer and then missed the free throw. He's got 5 points in the game. Minute 40 remaining in quarter number 2. Driving baseline underneath. Ryan Hott had the pass intended for CB Green. Knocked out of bounds, last touching Westside's Chris Blankenship. So it'll be Wildcat basketball. They lead it by a point, 25-24 with a minute 37 Left in quarter number 2. CB Green will be the inbounder. Brings it in to Joe Hatcher on the left side. He'll take it on the dribble, move it back out on top. Hatcher with the ball, top of the circle, takes it to the left elbow, jumps, shoots, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound. CB Green climbed up, and then as he tried to take the shot or at least go through the lane, he's going to be fouled. It will not be a shooting situation for the Logan Wildcats. CB Green. This is a foul on Brooks Spolarich. That's his second. Coming into the lineup for Westside, Derek Stewart will return. He'll replace Spolarich, who leaves with 2 personal fouls. Wildcat basketball beneath their own basket with 1:27 left in the first half. Wildcats leading the Renegades 25-24. CB Green brings it in, gets it to Williamson, back out on top to Joe Hatcher. Hatcher through the lane, almost lost the ball. Loose basketball picked up by Brian Lane, just stolen away by Matt Lester of Westside. Lester has it quickly into the front court. He'll leave it out on top to Robert Repass. He'll square up for 3. Good. Big kid can shoot the ball, too. He's got 7 in the game, and it's 27-25. Westside back on top. Lead change. Number 5 going the other way. Brian Lane can't get the jumper to fall. Matt Lester has the rebound for Westside with 55 seconds left in quarter number 2. Outside jumper. Blankenship for 3. He's got 3 3-pointers, 30-25. Mark Hatcher's seen enough. He wants to take a timeout. And right there is just 11 unanswered points by Westside over about a 4-minute span, Speedy. But Logan has grown cold from the floor.
Indeed they have, and we've talked about Westside's ability to shoot the 3-pointer, and it's evident there. Another factor in the game, both Craig Markham and Lou Green on the bench with the fouls. Logan doesn't have any outlets when they penetrate to the baseline. Westside controlling the defensive boards, and Robert Repass is starting to feel it. Every game that Westside plays, you can almost sense how he sets the tone and carries the load. Westside's offense has been a little stale, but he steps out and drops in that 3, and boom, it just elevates.
And what they're starting to do now, a little more every time down the floor, they're looking for Repass. He's contributed 2 field goals and a 3-pointer for 7 points. And you don't think about the big kid coming out to shoot that 3 ball, but he's got a nice soft touch.
And Repass, not only can he step out and shoot the 3, he can create off the dribble from behind the 3-point line.
45 seconds remaining in our first half. Logan Wildcats trail now by 5, 30-25. They have the basketball. Top of the circle, Joe Hatcher. CB Green over the right wing. Back to Hatcher. Very patient now is this offense for the Wildcats as the clock ticks down inside 30 seconds. Joe Hatcher works with it between the circles. Westside happy to stay back in that zone right now. Brian Lane comes out, and then Joe Hatcher sends him back down inside. They get to CB Green. They get Lane in the corner on the near side. Back out on top. They'll work it to Hatcher. 13 seconds remaining in the half. Hatcher with it through the lane. Jump step. Kicks it back on the right side to CB Green. 6 seconds. They get the long outside jumper. Good for 3 by Ryan Hott. Boy, they worked that to perfection. 30-28. Wow. That was great ball movement for the Logan Wildcats. And they got, I'm not sure the look they wanted, but they did get a look that was successful. Halftime, Pacific Center Coliseum in Charleston with your score. Westside 30, Logan 28. Visit WVStateTournament.com, powered by CityNet, keeping West Virginia wired and wonderful. This is the Metro News Radio Network.
In the paint, but Westside is adjusted, and they've hit 7 3-point baskets.
Turnovers have been low for both teams. The Wildcats have turned it over 5 times. Westside only 6. Welcome back inside the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. Logan basketball as we get set to start quarter number 3. They get it into play, take it over the left side, and Lou Green gets his first 2 points of the ball game to make it a tie game at 30. Westside on the other end. Outside jumper from the corner is off the mark by Matt Lester. Rebound cleared, put back up and in by Chris Blankenship. Just like that, Westside goes back on top, 32-30. We've had our 4th tie of the ball game at 30. 7:15 remaining in our 3rd period. Working with it just to the left of the top of the circle, Joe Hatcher for the Logan Wildcats. He'll move it back out to the right side. Sends the entry pass inside. They get it into Williamson. He'll send the pass down in the corner. A little too strong for Brian Lane, and it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Renegades. Westside leading 30-30. I'm sure if you'd told Mark Hatcher that when Lou Green gets his first 2 points, he'll be in the first part of the third quarter and it'll tie the game, he probably would have been too upset with that, would he?
I don't think so. Yeah, he would have gone with that. But wonder what Lou Green is going to show up in the second half. This is the third straight game. Lou sat out most of the first half with fouls. Yesterday, he scored only 4 points in the second half, but against Weir, he had 12. So Mark Hatcher is hoping the 12-point second half that Green produced returns.
Interesting stat in that second quarter, Speedy, as well as Sean Clark takes the jumper from outside, won't go. Rebound put up and in by Matt Lester for Westside. Interesting stat in that second quarter. Logan scored 11 points, none of them by the starting 5. So all of that was bench scoring for Mark Hatcher's ball club. Entry pass goes down low inside to Lou Green, takes it up, scores, he's fouled. Well, that's the way they're going to have to use Green down on that low block, and that was a great entry pass by Joe Hatcher.
And you can see 2 of the 3 possessions to start this half, Logan is focused in on Lou Green. At the other end of the floor for Westside, the Renegades are starting to become more dominant in claiming offensive rebounds.
So Lou Green now with 4 points, looks for number 5 at the free throw line. The youngster got 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, did not play much in the first half. Misses the free throw, rebound cleared by Westside. 34-32, Renegades on top of the Wildcats. 6:17 remaining in quarter number 3. Sean Clark works with it just right in front of our broadcast position. Gives it up to Matt Lester. Lester picks up the dribble between the circles, brings it back left side. Is it there for Blankenship, the sophomore working with the ball. Brooks Spolarich sends the entry pass in to Robert Repass, and it's knocked out of bounds, last touching the quick hands of Joe Hatcher.
It's pretty good backside help on the part of Logan. Logan has elected not to use Lou Green to double on Repass, and Joe Hatcher gets that assignment.
5:59 remaining in quarter number 3. It's a 2-point lead for Westside. They have the ball in the corner to Blankenship near side. He's going to be fouled by Jeff Williamson. Williamson just reached in, tried to wrap up the ball, but he also wrapped up the wrist of the Renegades, Blankenship. To give it back to Westside. Renegades' Matt Lester will be the inbounder. Brings it way out on top. Sean Clark for 3. Good. Clark has his second three-pointer of the game. It's 37-32. That's a 5-point lead for Westside. 5:45 remaining in quarter number 3. Driving the other way, Joe Hatcher gets the leaner to fall for him. He's got 4 points, 37-34. And here come the Renegades into the front court. Matt Lester brings the ball, stopped on the left side, had it knocked loose, started over by Hatcher and Logan. Racing the other way, takes the shot. Count it. Joe Hatcher making his presence felt. 37-36, Logan back to within 1. With 5:20 left in the first quarter. Jim Hopkins imploring his young men to take better care of the basketball. Blankenship through the lane, has it stripped loose again, but this time picked up by Matt Lester. They get it to Spolarich, back to Lester, and Lester tried to whip the pass inside, and a pushing foul is going to be called on Jeff Williamson. A little frustrated as Williamson. That's his second personal foul.
Wildcats 44, Williamson. Whistle 47.
Not a shooting situation, third team foul of the second half against the Wildcats. Entry pass comes to Spolarich for Westside on the right side. They'll bring it back out on top to Robert Repass. He looks and finds Matt Lester, and Lester will reset the offense in the corner. They get it to Blankenship, right back out on top. Lester for 3, no good. Rebound fought for. Lou Green pulls it down for Logan. Outlet pass to C.B. Green. Green quickly into the front court, runs into Sean Clark, takes the turnaround jumper, won't go. Repass hurriedly gets down the floor, grabs the rebound for the Renegades and gives it up to Matt Lester as he brings it into the front court. Robert Repass, top of the circle. Left side pass to Sean Clark. Clark thought about the dribble drive and instead comes back out on top to Lester. Matt Lester, 5'11 senior. 5 points in the game. Has the pass stolen away by Brian Lane. Good overplay by Lane. Drives, shoots, scores his 7th point. 38-37. Lead change. Number 6. Logan back out on top with 4:16 left in quarter number 3. Working with it to the left side. Sean Clark the west side. And on the entry pass, you got to get Repass for pushing off. That'll be his second personal foul.
Fred, it looks like Mark Hatcher is going to make the second half a game of speed and stamina. He's going to rotate different bodies in and out and continue to apply pressure to the wings and in full court.
Wildcats going awfully well, though, in the first 4 minutes of this quarter. Usually you don't see a coach make 3 substitutions all at once like that. He must have a lot of confidence in these 3 young men that he has brought in. Corey Williams will operate with the point. Chris Robertson had 4 points when they brought him in that second quarter, and Ryan Hott had a big 3 ball as well. So he gets production out of this group when he brings them in. Outside jumper is good for 3 by CB Green. He leaves CB in there this time to make it 41-37. The lead is 4 for the Logan Wildcats. Top of the circle, Spolarich takes it down through the lane, has the ball stolen away by Ryan Hott. Here come the Wildcats, up the floor to Green. Green drives in, and he's going to be fouled. We'll go to the free throw line. This is a personal foul on Justin Sizemore for Westside. That'll be number 1 on Sizemore. 41-37. That is 9 unanswered points by the Logan Wildcats. They trailed 37-32. They now lead 41-37. At the free throw line to the right is CB Green. Dexter has 13 points today. First opportunity from the line. Right-hander's good. 42-37. CB Green. He could not have dreamed up a more perfect state tournament. 3 games. And it's good, and that gives us a break in the action here in Charleston. This Metro News Sports broadcast being sponsored in part by CAMC Sports Medicine and Rehab.
At the CAMC Sports Medicine and Rehab Center, we take pride in our team of licensed professionals.
Metro News, for 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
3:37 remaining in this third period, and so far the third period has belonged to Logan. They've outscored Westside 15-7. They lead it by 6, 43-37. Here we go. Working with it into the front court. Quickly is Justin Sizemore for the Renegades. Drives to the basket, takes the shot, won't go. Rebound cleared by Lou Green of Logan, and the big kid almost lost it out of bounds. Controlled the dribble, gets it into the hands of Robertson. Runner through the lane is good. Chris Robertson, 45-37. Logan on some kind of run. That is 13 unanswered points by the Wildcats. Matt Lester has the basketball for Westside. Brings it left side to Sean Clark. He'll whip the pass to repass. 18 for the left side, good.
Hey, when in doubt for Westside, just put it in his hands, and repass can carry a club.
A 13-0 run by the Wildcats. Detailed. And now on the other end, CB Green says, give me the ball. CB Green makes it a 9-point Logan lead, 48-39. CB Green now with 18 points in the ball game. 2:35 mark in quarter number 3. The Wildcats trying to take control here in the third period. Sizemore, entry pass to repass, right back to Sizemore. Nice play, and Justin Sizemore gets his first 2. 48-41, the lead is 7 for Logan. CB Green into the front court, leaves it for Lou Green. Back to CB Green, jumper good for 3. Holy smoke. 51-41. CB Green is going crazy. Now we got a timeout for the Renegades.
Well, defensively, Jimmy Hopkins has got to be concerned that his club has left CB so open on these past 2 trips down the floor. No question he's got the stroke in this state tournament. And when you get into front court defensively, those are the kinds of people that you have to find. In the meantime, Robert Repass continues to be the leader. He continues to be the calming force offensively. Jump shots, backdoor passes for baskets. The senior leadership and the experience of Repass is what keeps Westside going.
Repass now with 9 points in the game. Chris Blankenship, the leading scorer for the Renegades. He has 11. But CB Green has 11 in this quarter, has 21 in the ball game. All of his points, first quarter, third quarter. And you get a kid like CB Green who wears the high socks, the old Logan throwback socks of blue and gold, brings them all the way up to his knees. The uniform trunk come all the way down below the socks. He's just, let's go play ball. Puts that gold headband on and likes the game. Westside again, back door to Sizemore. Can't get the shot away this time. They'll get the outside jumper from Blankenship. Goes out of bounds, last touching Logan. So the 2-minute mark of the third period. It's a 10-point edge for the Logan Wildcats. Westside with the basketball over the right side. They get it to Sean Clark. He kicks it outside. Jump up for three. Rims in and out for repass. And the rebound cleared by Logan. And the foul's going to be called on Sizemore. That'll be Justin's second personal foul. Not a shooting situation. Team foul number 4 against Westside. The Wildcats have the ball, leading by 10, 51-41. Across the timeline, the pass comes into the hands of Chris Robertson. He'll move it back to Corey Williams. Williams down in the corner to Green. Green sends it right back to Lou Green. Lou Green will leave it to Corey Williams. Left side to Robertson. He'll drive through the lane, let the runner go. Doesn't go this time. Tipped up once by Corey Williams. Great play, but it wouldn't fall, and the rebound cleared by Westside. Up the floor, Matt Lester to Sean Clark. Bingo! He hit the 3 ball. Sean Clark's third 3 of the afternoon. 51-44. Back to within 7. Come Westside. The Logan Wildcats, C.B. Green on the right side. They go around the perimeter, get it to Robertson. They look and find Ryan Hott for 3. He won't get it to fall. Lou Green with a rebound, puts it up. No go. Rebound this time to Robert Repass of Westside. Outlet pass goes to Matt Lester. Up the floor they find Blankenship. Blankenship down on the corner on the right side. Hott jumps out on him quickly because they know that kid can shoot. And the basketball is going to be thrown in the backcourt. It'll be a violation against Westside. Give it back to Logan. Good defense that time by Ryan Hott because they know Chris Blankenship, who already has 11 points and 3 3-pointers in this game, he can fire that ball from the corner. So Hott immediately jumped out on him. So it'll be Wildcat basketball. Chris Robertson. He'll bring it in to Joe Hatcher. And Hatcher will work with it as he brings it into the front court. 42 seconds remaining, quarter number 3. It's a 51-44 lead for the Logan Wildcats over Westside. Logan, the number 3 seed. Westside, the number 1 seed. Earlier today, the number 1 seed, Wheeling Central, got their 4th straight state championship in single A. Right now, C.B. Green just watching the time tick away as he and Joe Hatcher play catch near the midcourt stripe. 14 seconds left, third period. Hatcher with the ball. Works with the left hand, now the right-handed dribble, bounce pass, near side to Robertson, drives underneath, and he's going to be blocked and fouled by Robert Repass. Only the second on Robert Repass. Probably not a bad foul because now Logan's going to have to reset that offense. Not a shooting situation. Only 6 seconds remaining in the third period. Lou Green's going to come back in. Also coming back in will be Brian Lane for Logan. Ryan Hott and C.B. Green will sit down. 6.2 seconds remaining, third period. Wildcat basketball. They'll look to bring it in. Lou Green will be the inbounder. Whips it in to Joe Hatcher. 5 seconds, 4. He lets the long ball fire. Won't go. Sizemore with the rebound for Westside. Horn sounds. We're at the end of 3. The West Virginians are spirited, hard-working people. As Friends of Coal members, they are working to help educate people throughout our state on the importance of coal for future generations. Clean-burning West Virginia coal is our most important domestic resource and positions. We have 8 minutes left to decide which of these 2 fine ball clubs will be the Class AA state champion for 2005 in boys high school basketball. And it's still up in the air. It's a 51-44 ball game. And now we've got a foul called on the Logan Wildcats. It'll be whistled on Lou Green. And that will be number 3 on Lou Green. Craig Markham will check out of the lineup for Logan. Chris Robertson checks back in. Westside with the ball, looking to bring it in, and they do get it into Blankenship out on top. And as the pass tried to come in from Matt Lester inside to Robert Repass, it's knocked out of bounds, last touching Logan. So once again, the Renegades will trigger it in bounds. Bring it in the corner near side. This time, and Sean Clark stepped on the side. An unforced error that time by Westside. That is their 12th turnover of the ball game. Logan has turned it over 6 times. Therein lies that 7-point edge for the Wildcats.
This is a small lineup that Mark Hatcher has in to start the fourth quarter. You would think that off made shots, Logan will try to pressure full court again.
Brian Lane, Joe Hatcher work with it out on top. They send it down in the corner to C.B. Green on the near side. He gets it to Lou Green, back to C.B. Green. Jumpers off the mark this time. Rebound cleared by Justin Sizemore of Westside. 51-44, the lead is 7 for the Logan Wildcats. Westside with a basketball. They are the number 1 seed in this Class AA field. The Wildcats come into the championship game as the number 3 seed. They knocked off the number 2 seed, defending state champs Winfield, yesterday in double overtime. Lou Green just picked up personal number 4. As they got the ball, Westside got the ball down inside to the big kid, Robert Repass. Good head fake by Repass. And that got Lou Green up in the air, and he's picked up number 4.
We talked about it yesterday in the second half when Lou was piling up the fouls, that he needs to know when he can get a ball and when to back off. In the meantime, you like the focus of Westside offensively. They continue to make sure Robert Repass gets good looks in the block each time down.
Repass misses the first of 2 free throws. You're going to get Craig Markham right back into that Wildcat lineup. And Luke Green has been played very sparingly in this ball game because of the foul trouble. Robert Repass, 6'1" senior. He missed them both. Rebound, Justin Sizemore, but he got down to the floor and he travels with it. Boy, it was a great rebound for the youngster, but he went to the floor and traveling was called. Trying to get the timeout, but not in time.
With the lineup that Logan has in right now, offensive rebounding could be a bonus for Westside because this is probably the smallest lineup that Hatcher has used the entire game.
Joe Hatcher with the ball. Kicks it corner, near side to Brian Lane. Back to C.B. Green. They'll work it over. Just to the left of the top of the circle to Joe Hatcher. Hatcher, few dribbles, backs it back out. Picked up by Sean Clark. They'll get it to Robertson. Back it comes to Hatcher. Right side, Brian Lane for 3. No good. Rebound belongs to, well, we got a foul going over the back. They're going to call that on the Logan Wildcats, Chris Robertson. So Robertson will pick up the personal. That's his first. And it will be Westside basketball. 16 foul against the Wildcats. 5 team fouls have been called against Westside in this second half. Renegades with the ball. Robert Repass with it over the right side. Picks up the dribble, leaves it for Justin Sizemore. Sizemore, as Logan's jumped into that man-to-man pressure, strips the ball loose, steals it away. Markham comes out of there with it. C.B. Green now with the basketball. Looks at that clock. It says 6.5 minutes left in the game. A 51-44 edge for the Wildcats. Basketball is kicked out of bounds. Last touching Westside. Neither team has scored in the first minute and a half of quarter number 4. We're at 51-44. That's where we were when this fourth period started. Wildcat basketball triggered inbounds to Hatcher. They get it to C.B. Green. Back it comes to Hatcher near the midcourt stripe. And again, Joe Hatcher just very patiently working with the basketball as he yo-yos it out on top. They get it back to C.B. Green, and now the West Side matches it up man-to-man. Get it to Brian Lane over the left wing. Back out on top to Hatcher. He's picked up immediately by Sean Clark. Right side pass comes to Chris Robertson and back to Hatcher. They look at left side again to Brian Lane. He goes in the lane, gets it to Markham. Back out on top to Joe Hatcher. Hatcher calling out the play set. They got C.B. Green all by himself, corner on the near side. Hatcher can't get the ball to him. Instead, goes to Brian Lane in the corner, and he's going to be fouled by Justin Sizemore. Smart move that time by Brian Lane just to go at Justin Sizemore, and Sizemore tried to avoid the foul, but could not do so, and this will put Brian Lane at the free throw line to shoot 2 times. He's 2 of 2 from the line this afternoon, has 8 points in the game.
Brian has shot free throws very well in this tournament, coming into play today, 6 of 9 at the stripe.
And he misses that one. You put the jinx on him every time.
The consistency of the curse continues, does it not?
So in other words, what you're telling me is Brian Lane, a 6-foot senior, really not that good. Swish. Well, not quite swish, but it did count, okay? So he gets 1 of 2 to make it 52-44. It's an 8-point lead for the Logan Wildcats. Into the front court. Robert Repass, offensive foul. Joe Hatcher got on his blind side, and the big kid really didn't see him. And when he spun around to make that drop step, Joe Hatcher, I'm not sure he was knocked down, but he went down like he'd been hit by Muhammad Ali. Foul is going to be called on Robert Repass, and that's number 3 on Repass. 5:40 remaining in the ball game. This Metro News Sports exclusive being sponsored in part by Mountaineer Challenge Academy. If you're ready for the challenge of a lifetime, Mountaineer Challenge Academy is ready for you.
New cadets often say before entering the Mountaineer Challenge Academy, they didn't take their classes seriously.
40 seconds remaining in regulation in this ball game for the Class AA State Championship. The Logan Wildcats leading Westside 52-44. Biggest lead of the ball game has been 10 points. Logan held that lead back in the third period at 51-41. And it's Wildcat basketball, not in any hurry this time, as Joe Hatcher walking across the timeline. Going to be picked up there by Sean Clark. Sends the pass left side to Chris Robertson, back out on top to C.B. Green. He's picked up by Matt Lester. Green on the dribble over on the left side, comes right back, now reverses, goes again, and comes back out on top. Hatcher's there, he leaves the ball for him near the midcourt stripe again. 5:16 remaining, fourth period. Right side to the Logan Wildcats, Brian Lane. Lane, a few dribbles out on top. He's picked up man-to-man by Chris Blankenship of Westside. They leave it for C.B. Green. A little time right now, being very patient by this Logan Wildcat offense. C.B. Green penetrates to the top of the key, moves it right back, and a pass to Joe Hatcher. Hatcher again works with the basketball, leaves it over on the far side, gives it to C.B. Green. Inside 5 minutes left in the game. The 8-point lead belongs to the Logan Wildcats, trying to win their first Class AA state championship. They own 5 state titles, all coming in AAA. The Westside Renegades have never won a Class AA basketball championship. Of course, this is only the third year of existence for this school. They've been here to the state tournament all 3 of those years. Ryan Lane works with it, spinning away from Blankenship, takes it down, gives it to Markham. Markham on the dribble, moves it right back to Hatcher. 4:22 left in the contest, and some time being run off, and there you go. I looked over at about the same time Sean Clark did to Jim Hopkins, and he said foul him, and he did immediately. This is going to send Joe Hatcher to the free throw line. So Clark picks up his second. Joe Hatcher at the line, really speedy, one of the better free throw shooters on this ball club for the Wildcats. 70% coming into this game. Left-hander stands in, slightly open stance, reaches skyward, and he misses. Rebound cleared by Robert Repass of Westside. Outlet pass up the floor to Matt Lester. They find Blankenship over on the right side. Blankenship, double team trap, kicks it back to Matt Lester. They'll get it back to Sean Clark. He lets the 17-footer go, won't go. Rebound cleared inside by Sizemore. Takes it up, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Count the basket.
We talked about it earlier this quarter with this small lineup that Hatcher has in the game. It really opens Westside up for more offensive rebounding opportunities.
So Justin Sizemore gets the basket. That's his second to make it 52-46. And Sizemore will be at the line. Joe Hatcher picks up his second personal foul, and Lou Green is coming back into the lineup for Logan. Free throw good by Sizemore. He's got 5, 52-47. So with 4:04 left in the contest, Lou Green will come back in with 4 personal fouls, but Mark Hatcher figures he's a senior. What are you going to save him for? If he picks up that personal foul, he picks it up. He's not going to do you any good on the bench anyway.
He also has Jeff Williamson, who's been rested on the bench after playing most of the first 2.5 quarters. Craig Markham also has a couple of fouls to give as well.
So here we go. For the Logan Wildcats, they lead it by 5, 52-47. They have the ball with 3:50 remaining in the ball game. Robertson with it, sends the pass over the left side, and again, the Wildcats not in any hurry. Repass all over Lou Green. Good defense, but Green gets up the ball, takes it down low on the baseline after the pass back from Joe Hatcher, and he's going to be fouled as he was trapped and double-teamed on the low block on the far side of the floor. Fouls whistled on the Westside's Justin Sizemore, and that's number 4 on Sizemore. At the free throw line, 1 plus the bonus, Lou Green stands in. 0 of 1 so far this afternoon, has only 4 points in the game. And he misses this, and the rebound cleared by Sizemore of Westside. At the floor, Sean Clark kicks it back to Matt Lester. Jump pass in for Robert Repass, moving in, off flash, shot goes for Robert Repass. 52-49. It's a 3-point ball game with a lot of time left. 3:20. Logan on top. They have the ball. They get the pass into the front court. Up ahead to Brian Lane on the left side. He leaves it for Robertson. Robertson moves in. 18-footer off the front of the iron. No go on the rebound. You got a whistle and the foul. They're going to call it, I believe, on Westside, and Justin Sizemore just fouled out of the ball game. When they get Sizemore, they got repass. Like I said, they get repass, or did they get Sizemore? They got Blankenship.
Well, the bad news for Logan is they have not shot free throws well here in the fourth quarter. They missed 2 front ends of 1-and-1s. The good news is that's the 10th team foul now against the Renegades.
So Lou Green stands in with 2 free throws coming, and he makes this one. He's 1 of 3 from the line. 53-49. Wildcats by 4. 3:09 left in regulation. Green ready again. Big Lou. No good. Rebound. Tipped out into the hands of Matt Lester of Westside. Renegades into the front court. Lester picks up on the dribble. Moves it back to Repass. And Robert Repass says, come on back. And he hands it there to Matt Lester. Inside 3 minutes left in the contest. Left side pass to Sizemore. Justin, entry pass to Repass. Repass takes it in. Off glass. Shot won't fall. Rebound cleared by Joe Hatcher of Logan. Hatcher puts the pass up the floor to Brian Lane, takes it through the lane. Shot is left short. Rebound cleared by Chris Blankenship of Westside. Great defense that time by Justin Blankenship of Westside. Pass comes across the timeline into the hands of Matt Lester. Lester takes it in, 16-foot range, but kicks it right back to Sizemore. Looking back out on top, they'll try and find Matt Lester. He gets it on the right side of the floor. 2:25 remaining in this ball game. It's a 4-point lead for the Logan Wildcats. Westside with the ball. Entry pass. They get it to Repass. Underneath. They get it to Matt Lester. Shots left short. Rebound comes long to C.B. Green of Logan. Outlet pass comes up the floor to Brian Lane. Lost it going out of bounds. Saved it from out of bounds into the hands of C.B. Green. Great play by Brian Lane of the Logan Wildcats. 2-minute mark of the contest. 53-49. Logan hanging tenaciously to the 4-point lead. And right now we got a timeout in the action called by the Logan Wildcats. Let's take a break in the action to hear from your West Virginia.
StateTournament.com. From Metro News. For 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
A minute 58 remaining in regulation. We say that because Logan was involved in a double overtime thriller yesterday against Winfield. It's 53-49. The Logan Wildcats on top of Westside. The Renegades trying to get a little closer. Logan has the ball right now. And we got a pushing foul called on Robert Repass. So Robert Repass of Westside is picked up. Personal foul number 4. And at the line again will be Lou Green. So Lou Green, who is 1 of 4 from the free throw line, has 2 shots coming. Logan on the double bonus. Lou Green toes the mark. 6'5" senior. Right-hander. Good. 54-49. It's a 5-point lead. A minute 55 remaining in this ball game. Logan Wildcats looking to capture their first Class AA state championship. Green ready again and good again. 55-49. Lou Green has hit 3 of his last 4 from the line. Matt Lester with it quickly into the front court for Westside. He gives it up to Justin Sizemore. Sizemore with it, top of the circle. Takes it over the right side. Leaves it there for Blankenship. Entry pass comes into Repass. Makes the strong move against Green. Count. Nice drop step by Robert Repass to get that easy 2-pointer. 55-51. Now some full court pressure by Westside with 90 seconds left in the contest. And Logan up by 4, 55-51. Hatcher moves it back to Lou Green. And we got a blocking foul. Repass is out of the game. Robert Repass just fouled out of this ball game. I don't think he expected that quick first step by Lou Green. I think that surprised him more than anything, and he got caught.
Robert Repass, a 4-year letterman for Jim Hopkins, 4 years at the state tournament, the first year at Oceana High School, the last 3 at Westside. And so now the focus of the Renegades offensively will have to come from the 3-point shot, which has worked very well for them today.
So Robert Repass will foul out with a minute 23 left in the contest. He leaves with 13 points on the afternoon. And this sends Lou Green back to the free throw line to shoot 2 times. Right-hander ready with the first. It's good. Well, he missed his first 2, then he hit 1, then he missed 1. Now he's hit 3 in a row.
Amazing the accuracy of Logan when it's a double bonus as opposed to the front end of 1-and-1.
Very relaxed on that first shot because they know they're getting another one. Lou Green ready again. He hit them both. 57-51. Wildcats on top by 6 with 80 seconds left in this game. And Jimmy Hopkins wants to talk it over. Over on the far side, Jim Hopkins has called the timeout. A minute 19 left in the contest. Logan on top by 6, 57-51.
This is a very important possession for Westside. They want to get a basket here. Number one, to cut into the lead, but number two, to jump into the full court pressure. If they miss the shot and Logan rebounds, then Westside is going to have to immediately foul.
So the situation will be, quite simply, the Logan Wildcats want to run some time with a minute 19 left. Westside needing some points, trailing by 6. Jeff Jenkins has been listening into that Westside huddle.
Okay, Fred. Now, Coach Jim Hawkins had to do a little maneuvering on offense since Robert Repass obviously has fouled out of the ball game. He gave instructions to his team, who's down low, who's up top. They're going to try to feed it down low, get a bucket inside, and go into the press right away. All
right, Jeff. Yeah, you don't have that option of Robert Repass. That would certainly be your first option, no question, if you're Jim Hopkins. But Repass is fouled out. Left the game with 13 points at the 1:23 mark of the ball game. Right in front of us, Justin Sizemore will be the inbounder for his Renegades. He'll bring it in, get it to Matt Lester. And Lester works with the basketball, one-on-one against C.B. Green. Takes it over the right side, picks up the dribble, kicks it out on top. Sean Clark for three, won't go. Rimmed in and out, rebound cleared by the Logan Wildcats. Brian Lane pulled it down, gives it into the hands of Lou Green. Up the floor, across the timeline comes the pass to C.B. Green. He's going to be fouled by Clark. Now we got a minute 2 left in the game.
Well, Westside got a good look. They set a nice double screen for Clark, and it just was off a little bit. And Logan crashing the boards, not wanting to give Westside that second opportunity.
21 points in the ball game for C.B. Green. At 25-21, he's got 22. To make it 58-51. Logan by 7. Coming into the lineup for the West Side will be Darryl Toller. Toller will come in, replace Brooks Spolarich. Ready again is C.B. Green. Came into this tournament averaging 7 points a game. Misses this free throw, rebound cleared by Westside. Toller pulls it down, gives it up to Matt Lester inside. 55 seconds left in the ball game. Underneath, jumper blocked away from behind by Lou Green, but the loose basketball picked out of there by Westside and then stolen away by C.B. Green, but he's going to be called for the foul. Green will be called on the reach-in, trying to get the ball back from Westside. And will walk to the free throw line as Justin Sizemore will stand in on 1 plus the bonus. With the clock stopped, Jim Hopkins need these free throws from Sizemore, 6-foot junior. Spolarich will check right back into that West Side lineup, replacing Darryl Toller. So Sizemore goes to the line. The youngster 1 of 1 so far this afternoon, stands in 1 plus 1. Right-hander is ready. No good. Off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Lou Green. Ball stolen away by Westside. Fighting for it now. Loose in the lane, and C.B. Green comes out of there with it for Logan. Green quickly gets the pass to Lou Green. Up the floor, down in the corner, right side. They find Brian Lane, and as Brian Lane tried to get rid of it, he stepped out of bounds. He stepped on the in line as he tried to get the jump pass back out on top. 34 seconds remaining. You'll give it right back to Westside. They trail by 7, and Speedy, they need a basket this time down the floor.
And I think you put the ball into the hands of your three-point shooters. You've got Blankenship and Sean Clark to give them an opportunity.
And the pass comes in to Blankenship. He gets it right back to Sizemore and into the hands of Matt Lester, who'll set the offense for Westside. They work it left side. Sean Clark lets it fall from way outside. Good! Sean Clark has hit his 4th three-pointer to make it 58-54. Back to within 4 with 23.8 seconds left. And let's be honest, that can be a lifetime in a high school basketball game.
Well, it certainly was for the Logan Wildcats yesterday, but a good job by Westside getting their three-point shooters in position, and then that enables Hopkins to burn another timeout, get that inbound full-court defense set up.
So 58-54. Sean Clark comes through with a big three-pointer, and now this comes time for the Westside Renegades to play some defense, and again, they have to do it without the big kid, Robert Repass, who's fouled out. Jimmy Hopkins calling the shots, though, on the far side. Over on the far side, once again, our Jeff Jenkins has been listening in to that Jim Hopkins huddle.
First one in the huddle, Robert repass, looking at his teammates, Fred, saying, we can do this, we can do this. First thing they're going to do, obviously going to try to steal the inbounds pass. Then they're going to foul quickly. And Coach Hopkins says, be aggressive, be very aggressive defensively and offensively. Get the ball up the court quickly after the foul shot and get a hoop.
All right, here we go. 23.8 seconds, and that is a lot of time in a high school basketball game. C.B. Green looking at full court pressure from Westside. He's full length of the court away. Green will be the inbounder. Looks, still looking, and throws it into Lou Green. Lou is going to be trapped and gets out of there on the dribble, and finally the foul is committed by Lester. After about 4 seconds ticked off that clock. I think if you're going to foul, Speed, you got to foul immediately. Don't let 4 seconds tick off. Just foul immediately. And I'm sure that's what Jim Hopkins had told his kids. Daryl Toller will check back into that Westside lineup, and Lou Green goes back to the line. Again, he missed his first two, hit one, missed one, and he's hit 4 in a row. Got 2 more coming here. Right-hander, good again. 59-54, the lead is 5. Wildcats lead by 5 with 20.5 seconds remaining in regulation. Lou Green ready again. 6'5" senior hits another one. He did not score in the first half. But boy, he has been big in this third and fourth periods. Into the front court. Matt Lester pulls up top of the circle to get it to Blanket. Chip one dribble. He'll fire the 3 ball well off the mark. Rebound inside to Westside's Justin Sizemore. He scores 2 more points to make it 60-56. 5 seconds left in the game. Up the floor it comes to Joe Hatcher. He's going to dribble it out, throw it up in the air, and the Logan Wildcats have won their first ever Class AA state championship over the Westside Renegades, and there's blue and gold all over the floor here at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. Cheerleaders, players, fans, coaches, everyone excited about their Logan Wildcats. A storied basketball program in the state of West Virginia, always in the state high school basketball tournament as a AAA power. As a AA team, they had not made it to a AA state championship game until year 2005. And this year, the Logan Wildcats came in as the number 3 seed. They go back to Logan County as the Class AA state champions. Your final score from the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum, the Logan Wildcats 60, Westside 56.